Picture yourself deep behind enemy lines, the darkness pressing in from all sides, every shadow a potential threat. You're alone, cut off from your unit, with nothing but what you carry on your body standing between you and capture. In the chaos of World War II, thousands of soldiers found themselves in this exact nightmare, but the most prepared among them carried more than standard-issue gear. Hidden in the seams of their uniforms, sewn into buttons and tucked into secret compartments were 5 remarkable items that could mean the difference between freedom and a prisoner of war camp. These weren't just tools, they were lifelines, carefully designed by intelligence services, who understood that survival often came down to what you could hide in the palm of your hand. The whisper of silk. Escape maps that never rustled. When you're moving through occupied territory at night, silence becomes your greatest ally and your most demanding taskmaster. The intelligence officers at MI9 and MI6 understood this intimately, which is why they revolutionized escape maps by printing them on pure silk. Unlike paper that crackled with every fold, silk maps could be pulled from a hidden pocket, consulted in moonlight, and tucked away again without making a sound. Soldiers concealed these precious navigation tools everywhere, sewn into jacket linings, folded inside hollowed-out boot heels, even hidden within seemingly innocent playing cards, and monopoly boards sent to prisoner of war camps. The silk absorbed moisture without deteriorating, remained legible after being submerged in rivers during crossings, and could be worn against the skin for days without chafing. Each map was a masterwork of cartography compressed into a square foot of fabric, showing escape routes, safe houses, and neutral borders with remarkable detail. For a downed airman in occupied France, or an escaped prisoner making his way towards Switzerland, that silent piece of silk was worth more than gold. The secret in your button. Navigation by touch. The genius of the button compass lay not just in its size, but in its audacity. Intelligence services created perfectly functional compasses small enough to replace an ordinary tunic button, meaning a soldier could navigate while keeping his hands in his pockets. These tiny instruments, along with compasses hidden in collar studs, cufflinks, and even the caps of fountain pens, allowed for constant orientation without drawing attention. Imagine being stopped at a checkpoint, your survival depending on heading west toward Allied lines, and being able to casually check your direction by simply touching your uniform. The craftsmanship was extraordinary. Each miniature compass maintained accuracy despite its size, with luminous points visible in darkness. Some were designed to be swallowed in an emergency and later retrieved, while others incorporated into escape kits could be concealed in body cavities if capture seemed imminent. For soldiers trained in escape and evasion, these hidden compasses transformed every piece of clothing into a potential navigation system. Currency of desperation, the universal language of gold. When you're running for your life through enemy territory, conventional military authority means nothing. But gold speaks every language and opens doors that rank cannot. British airmen carried gold sovereigns sewn into their flight suits, while American soldiers might hide local currency or small gold coins in specially designed money belts. These weren't meant for military purposes. They were instruments of survival, designed to bribe a reluctant farmer for shelter, pay a fisherman for passage across a river, or convince a border guard to look the other way. The weight of these coins was carefully calculated, enough to be useful, but not so much that discovery would immediately reveal their purpose. Stories from the escape lines that ran through occupied Europe are filled with accounts of gold coins producing hot meals, civilian clothes, and safe passage to neutral territory. In a world where trust was scarce and betrayal could be lucrative, these hidden funds became a soldier's most persuasive argument for mercy. Tools of freedom. The wire saw and the unexpected shield. The specialized wire saw represented pure, concentrated capability. Small enough to coil inside a tobacco tin or sew into a belt, these giggly-type saws could cut through wooden window bars, metal hinges, even handcuff chains, given enough time and determination. Escaped prisoners reported spending hours in darkness, the wire saw biting slowly through their prison's infrastructure, while guards slept nearby. The saw's flexibility made it invisible during searches, and its effectiveness made it invaluable. But perhaps the most ingeniously repurposed item was the humble, non-lubricated condom. While modern minds might smirk, soldiers in the field discovered that these latex sheaths were perfect for protecting rifle barrels from sand and mud, storing emergency water supplies, or keeping matches and documents dry during river crossings. They weighed nothing, took up no space, and solved problems that standard equipment couldn't address. Together, these seemingly simple items represented a philosophy of survival, that ingenuity and preparation could triumph over overwhelming odds. The soldiers who carried these secret items understood something fundamental about survival. Preparedness is measured not in what you display, but in what you quietly secure. These 5 items, the silent map, the hidden compass, the persuasive coin, the cutting wire, and the protective barrier, were more than equipment. They were insurance policies written in silk and gold, small defiances against the machinery of war. Today, as we practice bushcraft and study preparedness, we inherit this legacy of thoughtful adaptation. The modern survival kit honors the same principles those wartime engineers understood: multifunctionality, concealment, reliability, and above all, the recognition that survival favors the prepared mind. If this journey through forgotten fieldcraft has sparked your imagination, subscribe to Fieldcraft Chronicles and share this video with fellow history enthusiasts and survivalists. These stories deserve to be remembered, these lessons deserve to be learned, and this legacy of human resilience deserves to be passed forward.